Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have another very easy keto dessert recipe for you. Today I am going to show you how to make quick, easy keto mini pies. Mini pies are great at any time, but especially at the holiday times, because sometimes when you get together with your family members, maybe you're the only one who's on a keto or low carb diet, and you don't want to make a giant pie just for yourself. So being able to make little mini pies is perfect, so you can have your pie and not feel guilty about having dessert, and everybody else can have their pies and their desserts. Also, the other great thing about mini pies is that you don't have to just make one flavor. You can make one flavor a pecan pie, another flavor a keto mock apple pie, another flavor a berry pie. I mean, you can do all kinds of different things with them. And so if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janet'sdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out videos, at least every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. Also, there's a link in the description to cal.com. Click that link. It'll take you to my profile. And if you would like, you can give me a tip, which will also go to help support the channel. So while we do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat an air fryer to 325 degrees for at least 5 minutes. If you don't have an air fryer, then just preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Lightly grease 5 3-inch mini pie pans. If you don't have any mini pie pans, you can use 3-inch wide ramekins or silicone muffin cups. In a large mixing bowl, combine 1/4 cup of softened butter. You don't want this melted, but you do want it soft enough to mix in. And 2 ounces of softened cream cheese. Again, you don't want this melted, you just want it soft enough to mix in smoothly. Beat on medium for about 1 minute or until the butter and the cream cheese are creamy. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and push the butter and cream cheese mixture to the center of the bowl. Add a half teaspoon of maple extract and 7 grams or around a half tablespoon of the brown sugar sweetener of your choice. I'm using Lakanto's brown monk fruit sweetener. You can use whatever brown sugar sweetener you want. Beat on medium for about 30 seconds or just until everything is combined. And again, scrape down the sides of the bowl and make sure the mixture is all pushed to the center of the bowl. Turn your mixer onto low and gradually add 28 grams or around a 1/4 cup of coconut flour. Allow the coconut flour to beat into the wet ingredients after each addition. Make sure that before you add your coconut flour that you sift it really well. You want to make sure there's no lumps so that the coconut flour mixes in smoothly and you have a smooth dough. Once the coconut flour is completely added, increase the speed of your mixer to medium and beat on medium for about 30 seconds or just until everything is fully combined and you have a smooth dough. Scrape down the sides of your bowl once again and push the dough to the center of the bowl. Then form the dough into a smooth ball. Divide the dough ball into 5 equal portions and roll each portion into smooth balls. Place one of the dough portions into one of your prepared mini pies or the ramekins or silicone cups, whatever you're using. Use your fingers or the back of a spoon and press the dough evenly throughout the bottom and up the sides of the mini pans or the ramekins or silicone cups, again, whatever you're using. Then set the pie pan aside. Continue to repeat the pressing and shaping process until all of your dough portions have been put in the mini pie pans or whatever you're using to shape them in and they are completely shaped. And keep them set aside for a minute. Now, of course, you can make any crust for these pies and you can make any type of pie you want. But for this video, we're going to focus on a pecan or mixed nut pie. And of course, I will give you nut-free options. I will not leave you out if you are allergic to nuts. So for the filling, in a medium bowl, combine 1 tablespoon of softened butter. Again, you just want this softened, not melted. 1 teaspoon of maple extract. 1 large room temperature egg. Make sure it's room temperature so it beats in smoothly. And 150 grams or around 3/4 cup of the brown sugar sweetener of your choice. Again, I'm using Lakanto's brown monk fruit sweetener. You can use any brown sugar sweetener you want. Beat on medium speed for 30 to 45 seconds or until the filling is completely smooth. Now this does make a very sweet filling, so you can put less sweetener in this if you don't want a really sweet center. But if you do that, once you have all the filling ingredients all combined, you'll need to add a little bit of thickener like xanthan gum or cognac powder or even a little bit of coconut flour just to make the filling a little bit thick. You don't want a thin filling. Gradually fold in 82 grams or about 3/4 cup of finely chopped pecans or finely chopped nuts of your choice. I'm using a mix of nuts because I prefer mixed nuts in this pie as opposed to just pecans. But again, you can use any nut you want. Just make sure they are finely chopped. If you're wanting this to be nut-free, you can use sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds or finely crushed pork rinds. Basically anything that's kind of hard and a little bit on the crisp or crunchy side, you can use it. Just make sure it's finely ground up. Think of the texture of finely ground pecans or nuts when you're doing this. Or if you want to, you can leave the nuts and seeds completely out. This filling will be just fine without anything in it. You will just need to thicken it up just a little bit with a little bit of coconut flour or a keto thickener of your choice. Once the ground nuts or seeds or whatever you're using is added and completely stirred, you should have a thick filling. The finely chopped nuts are going to make your filling thick. Divide the filling evenly throughout each of the prepared pie crusts. It's roughly about 4 tablespoons in each pie crust. Make sure that you spread the filling evenly and that the top is flat and even. You don't want a bubbly top. Place the pies in your preheated air fryer or your preheated oven. If you're using the oven, you'll want to put the pie pans on a cookie sheet. It just makes them easier to take in and out of your oven. If you're putting them in an air fryer, make sure that if you are air frying more than one at a time, that you leave some space in between the pie pans. That way you have a nice even cook all the way around. I have a small air fryer, so I'm just doing one pie at a time. Air fry at 325 degrees for 5 to 7 minutes or until the crust is golden and the middle of the pie is set. If you're baking these, then bake them at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes or again until the crust is golden and the center is set. Once the pies are done cooking, open your air fryer or your oven, whichever you've used. Let the pie sit in your air fryer or on your baking sheet, whatever you've used. Let it sit for about 5 minutes so that it can cool a little bit and that the center can settle in. After 5 minutes, remove the pie from your air fryer or your baking sheet and transfer them to a wire rack. Then allow them to cool completely before you serve them. Alrighty, here we are with my little pecan, actually mixed nuts pie. I didn't use just pecans. I have a variety there. Depending on what type of pie you're making it, be chilled, room temperature, heated, whatever your little heart's desire is. Let's see what this bad boy tastes like. Nice thing about mini pies is you can eat it right smack out of the container. I don't have to put it on a plate or anything. That is very yummy. The crust has a nice neutral flavor to it. It doesn't taste like cream cheese. Very tasty. Can you see my thumb? It's up. Thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. Nummy, nummy. You can eat these immediately. If you do have any leftovers, store them in an airtight container for up to 1 week, or you can place these in a freezer-safe container and freeze them for up to 3 months. Eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.